What up, everybody? You're now tuned into Jaguars Daily. I'm your host, Brandon Lampley, and I'm here to give you Jags News Daily. What's going on, family? How's everybody doing? It's nice to see you. Hey, come on in, bring it on in. Let's get this, let's huddle around. We're going to get this football fix in, man. We're going to get this football fix in. It has been an interesting few hours, not even days. It's been an interesting few hours. I've seen something that came across my ESPN ticker I could not believe, and that was Max Crosby and the Ravens. The Raiders reported that the Ravens have backed out of the deal, and the trade is no longer going to happen. Which, I mean, remember what I told you? The nothing is official until 4 o'clock today, which is Wednesday, the start of the new league year. That's when everything goes official. So technically, anybody on either side, team or player, can back out of any agreement they've currently made. All the money you've seen thrown around, they until 4 o'clock, they can say, you know what? Instead, I think I'm gonna spend that money somewhere else. So goodbye. Or the player be like, you know what? I made a mistake. I'm going back to where I came from, or going somewhere else. So this is that has the potential to happen. Didn't think that it would happen. I'm trying to remember the last time a trade of this magnitude, because you've seen teams back out of trades because of, and the reason why supposedly it failed physical. He's coming off a knee surgery though. I'm not understanding. I don't understand that one. I mean, the Raiders knew he had knee surgery. The Ravens knew he had knee surgery. Brandon Lampley here in Florida knew he had knee surgery. So the physical, I'm not understanding. That part right there baffles me just a little bit. It makes me wonder, with the Ravens on the Ravens side, what was the process? What's going on there? Is there more to it? But also, I'm going to give you the rundown. Jaylen Carter, the buzz around him continues to grow. Jacksonville should stay on the phone and be, I'm only one call away. Yeah, you continue to monitor the situation with Jaylen Carter. Don't stop. Figure it out. Because if I had to trade away assets for one of them, Max Crosby versus Jaylen Carter, I want Jaylen Carter. And we already know premium player plus picks, the 1 in 27 is theirs, and whatever else, man. A player that 2027 first and some lower round picks, 1, 2, and 3 and 27 or something like that. Like, hey, if it's feasible, they feel like they get the worth is there, the value is there, then you do it. With that being said, Brian Thomas Jr. is here to stay for now. Trey Hendrickson, he is linked to the Jaguars, and it was somebody else. I think it might have been the Vikings. And supposedly, there's a little frustration because he's not getting the numbers. As far as the numbers are concerned, it's not looking the way he wants it to look as far as what he wants. But that's all good, big dog. That's all good. Just come on to Duval. Hey, if you wanted 30 and they only going to give you 20, hey, come on, we'll give you that 20 here in Duval. Hey, come be a part of this and get the quarterback on the ground for us, okay? I appreciate you. I appreciate you. Come on back. You a Florida boy anyway. Come on back to the Sunshine State and get some of this. But man, we're gonna start out with Max Crosby, and which I talked a little bit already, but this is very baffling. Very baffling. The Max Crosby trade and deal not going through. And what was interesting too was the wording that I saw from the Raiders. Said the Ravens have backed out of our trade agreement. We have no further comment at this time. That's not the exact quote. I don't think it may be. Don't know, but it's along those lines. And that's very interesting to me because if you have been watching football, paying attention to football, team statements and how they say things over the years, it's always professional. It always has a professional tone, and very just kind of cold and robotic. Like it's automated. Like, hey, your player was drag racing and almost killed 3 people and was caught running away on video. It's like you put that card in, an automatic response come out about what they're going to say, and that's pretty much what it's been. But to say the Ravens have backed out of the trade, I've never heard that. I've never heard that verbiage used by an official team account when they're putting out a statement when something has happened. So that was very interesting to me as well. So now you wonder what's beneath the surface of this whole thing. What was the breakdown? What happened? I wonder. I do wonder because a failed physical don't sit right with me, Lois. It don't sit right with me. I don't know. It doesn't sit right with me at all. I don't know about this one. The Ravens got some explaining to do. Because the Raiders, they know it. Hey, it's Max Crosby. He coming off of surgery. Hey, he don't want to be here no more. So, hey, and we want compensation. Here you go. They were ready. They were popping champagne, celebrating. Hey, we got picks, and we signed all these guys to free agency. We still have a ton of cap space. Woohoo! And here go the Ravens. Okay, he is Max Crosby, 70 sacks. More than any of our sack guys since 2019. He'll come in and he'll do wonders for us. But something's missing. Something, I don't know. Oh, you know what? You know what? That's what it is. I don't know what it is. But that's what it is. You know what? Failed him in the physical, because he's coming off knee. What is it? I don't know. I'm really, really, really having a hard time with that one. With that being said, how does this link back to the Jaguars, you must say? They were in on it. Jacksonville was in on this. Now, how competitive they were, I would say when it came down to it, not as competitive as other teams, because when you saw the compensation they got from the Ravens, I understood. I understood completely why Jacksonville didn't pull the trigger on that deal, much to the chagrin of local media here. It is what it is. But should Jacksonville get back on the phone? Absolutely, because the price now has gone down. I don't care what you say. I don't care what you say. If the teams that are smart, the price has gone down. Even if it's just a little bit, it's not what it was. Like, the only way they get what they got from the Ravens, from somebody else, to get exactly that or more, this is going to have to be a bad team that's desperate, because a team that's a perennial playoff team like the Ravens, they're not giving up that type of conversation no more, especially after the failed physical and then backing out, because they know something. Why would they back out? You don't just do that just to do it. So, but Jacksonville, hey, I'll pick up the phone, man. Pick up the phone, call, find out what's the compensation and what they want. So we're going to leave it right there. I want to have you guys in here too long. And we're going to get to Jaylen Carter. Jaylen Carter. It's in the Twitter sphere or the exosphere or however you want to say it. It's the buzz, man. It's not going away. It's not going away, because when you think about it on the surface, there's no way that the Philadelphia is trading away Jaylen Carter. No, he's going into his 4th year on his rookie deal. So you can have him for year 4, year 5, franchise tag. 4 more years. 4 more years, you can have that absolute monster on especially for the next 2 years. It's a rookie deal, and then with the franchise tag, hey, it's especially for a defensive tackle, numbers, it's not astronomical. So it's very doable. Now, you won't be able to do it that 3rd year, especially because I expect him to be a Pro Bowler both of those years he's under the franchise tag. Now, he also could refuse to sign a franchise tag, which, all in all, man, like, this is where you really, really, really get pissed off with the players and don't want to hear any of their complaining, because you had a chance to vote for certain things during the collective bargaining agreement, and you guys didn't do it. Like, almost 1,000 players didn't show up and didn't vote for the last collective bargaining agreement. You should have gotten the franchise tag taken out. because it should go away. It should go away. It's not a help for any of the players. It's for the team only, and it does not help these guys. So he can deny them that and or whatever, but it's there. You can potentially control his contract, control his rights for 4 more years. If I'm Philly, I would not do it. But that doesn't mean Jacksonville should stop monitoring the situation. Jacksonville absolutely needs to continue to monitor that situation. And because right now, from what I'm hearing, Philly is saying no. From what I'm hearing, but it's not going away. Now it's reportedly more teams are interested. And I haven't heard any official stuff of Philly saying no. When I say Philly is saying no, this I'm hearing from, just random stuff, on the net. But there are no official people, of the Schefters of the world, the Rappaports of the world. There are no official people like the official official about Brian Thomas Jr., Adam Schefter, basically came out, like Jacksonville are not interested in trading Brian Thomas Jr. Teams have been calling and they've been listening. I think Philly is the same thing. They're not actively shopping Jaylen Carter. Teams have been calling because they paid Jordan Davis. And Jacksonville should absolutely be on the phone with Philly until the situation is over, until it's resolved, and for certain. And so that means I'm not even talking about just this offseason. We're talking about going into the season. We're talking about mid-season at the trade deadline. We're talking about this time next year. And then the mid-season after that, the trade deadline the year after that, then that next offseason after that. Like, you continue to monitor this because there's potential there that Philly's not going to be able to pay or won't pay both of those guys. So when you see that hey, Jaylen Carter, hey, what's up? What you want for him? Is he available? Okay, he's not. All right. Well, I'll call you in 6 months. Hang up. Hey, is he available? He's not. All right, 6 months. Hey, every time. But until he signs a long-term deal, you should be on the phone trying to figure out what's going on with Jaylen Carter if you're the Jacksonville Jaguars. And I think they will be. Because you were in on Dexter Lawrence. You were in on Quentin Williams. You were in on Max Crosby. They will need defensive line help, and they're trying to make a splash. Let's go. Let's get it. So we're going to leave it right there, of course. Brian Thomas Jr., BTJ. So for now, like Schefter reported, Jacksonville has not been interested in trading him, and they're not shopping him. Teams have been calling, and that, man, it seems like every 12 hours or so, there's a report of somebody. I mean, and these people, they work for publications, they're media themselves, and they're coming out with the reports that the Steelers are interested, this team's interested, and the buzz around Brian Thomas Jr. has continued to grow until Schefter came with the fire extinguisher and put it out, saying that they're not looking to actively shop him or trade him. Teams have just been calling. Now, the fact that you picked up the phone when teams call doesn't mean anything, because I don't care who it is, you listen. If let's say the Oakland Raiders say, hey, we want Trevor Lawrence. We know he's not available, but we want him, and let's talk compensation until we can get you to a point where you're comfortable enough to part ways with him. You know what Jacksonville should do? I'm listening. They should listen. There's nothing wrong with listening. Because if you listen, they have the potential to knock your socks off. So let's say okay, for Trevor Lawrence, we'll give you Max Crosby and 3 firsts. That's something like that will never happen, of course. Just absolutely ridiculous. Only way something like that happens is if, let's say, for whatever reason, Trevor's like, I don't want to be here no more, and I want to be out of here, and they gotta trade him, something like along those lines. Like, yeah, that's what you're looking for. We're talking about a franchise guy, a top 10 QB who's not 10. So it's what it is. But for Brian Thomas Jr., you're going to continue to listen to offers over and over and over again, because people have the potential to come through and say, all right, man, all right, you drive a hard bargain. I throw in the extra this, or I throw in another first. I throw in this player. I throw in that player. And all of a sudden, a package that you like, man, you got to be crazy. I ain't trading Brian Thomas Jr. for Doritos and Gatorade. Like, I'm just not doing it. No, 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 no. We need premium meat. Pause. We need Roof Chris. We need filet mignon. Man. Like we need top shelf, top of the top is what we need. And hey, teams who are desperate, okay, we'll give you what you want, and bam, you got to trade. But until then, no, you just continue to listen to the calls, see what people are offering, and you wait. You like, oh, okay, well, this compensation, could be good, might not be, and it's all on how they value Brian Thomas Jr. It's all on how they value him and how they see him. But for now, there's no reason to trade him. He's on his rookie deal, man. He's going into his third year of his rookie deal. I told you how many more years? Third year, fourth year, fifth year, franchise tag, franchise tag. 5 potential years they control Brian Thomas Jr. rights. A receiver who I absolutely think will figure it out and will turn the corner once again. Because he has no choice but to. Too talented, too big, too fast, too shifty. Is what it is. And if he figures it out, he is Jacksonville's #1 receiver until otherwise. Right now, he's not that. But that doesn't mean they're giving up on him or trading him. He's there. He's here, at least for now. So, but we're going to leave it right there. We're going to talk about Trey Hendrickson. And with Trey Hendrickson, this is where you feel for the players because he was franchise tagged by the Bengals, and now the deal that they were going to give him long term. And I necessarily can't blame the Bengals on this one. I think a lot of this falls on the shoulders of Trey and his agent. So now he's not getting supposedly the numbers that he wants. He's looking closer to, I think probably in the high 30s, going into the 40s is probably what he's looking at. And if you think about it, it makes sense because we're talking about there's not you besides last season where he had his dispute with the Bengals and he had his injuries. We're talking about 17 and a half sacks in back-to-back years in 2023 and 2024. So let's just say he got to 10 sacks in 2025. 10, 11 sacks, not even to the 17 and a half. Or let's say he got to 17 and a half, 3 years in a row. You are paying him top of the market. Top of the market. But his injury, that dispute and everything, it came at an inopportune time. And so now he's older too. He's older. He's in his 30s. And 30, and it was very jarring for me to find out that, which I didn't know how long an NFL career was until, a few years after really getting into the game and really watching the game, from a different perspective and trying to be a student of the game and not just the football on the field, but also the business side of it, the player movement. Their shelf life is not very long. The average NFL career is 3.5 years. So 30 in the NFL is considered over the hill at majority of the positions, which is crazy. It's crazy to me. I didn't think that was the case, but that's what it is. It is considered over the hill. So now Trey Hendrickson, I think he's 31. He's considered over the hill, man. Teams are not going to invest those top dollars in him. Now, we have seen guys who are around his age, maybe a year older, get ridiculous money coming off injuries. Mike Evans. When I seen what he got from the 49ers, I was like, oh, okay, all right. That is something. Shoot, what's another one? Jalen Phillips. I don't think Jalen Phillips is as good as Trey Hendrickson, but he's younger, and it's what it is. But Trey ain't gonna get he's not gonna get what Jalen Phillips got. It's not gonna happen because Jalen Phillips got overpaid, in my opinion. But Trey's one of those guys, man, that I think he'll be great for Jacksonville. Hopefully they can get something worked out, get a deal worked out, and he signed a 1-year deal, ball out, and then try to get a shorter term deal with better money or something along those lines. I mean, those are the best case scenarios I see for Trey Hendrickson. But hey, come do that here in Jacksonville. Come realize your potential. Show everybody what they're missing here in Jacksonville, and then we'll deal with it after that. After that 1-year deal is up, and we'll go from there. But this is why Trey Hendrickson is why the Max Crosby thing. Yeah, you can continue to monitor or whatever, but if you can get your hands on the Trey Hendrickson and not have to give up any compensation, you just have to pay him. You absolutely are interested in looking to do a deal. So we're going to continue to monitor these situations. Trey Hendrickson, Max Crosby, Jaylen Carter, even Brian Thomas Jr. These are all ones that you're like, man, you're waiting to see what happens. Max Crosby is one where I don't think it's going to happen because of the compensation. Jaylen Carter is not going to happen because, dog, it's crazy to trade away Jaylen damn Carter. Like, what are you doing? I don't do that. Brian Thomas Jr., same thing. Unless somebody trying to knock your socks off. Same with Jaylen Carter. Unless somebody coming through with a boatload of stuff, no, it's absolutely not. And then Trey Hendrickson. He's a free agent, so you can negotiate with him all you want. I think he's the one that's most likely out of all of these scenarios of guys being traded away or Jacksonville trading for guys. So, but we're going to leave it right there. The new league year starts in just a few hours, so it's about to get crazy. Now, the Raiders and the Ravens have made it very, very interesting. Very, very interesting. We're going to continue to monitor that situation as well. But, it is what it is. I appreciate you guys for tuning in. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe. Once again, my name is Brandon Lampley, and I am your host. Thank you for all of the new subscribers, man. I appreciate y'all, man. We running this thing up, man. This is because of you. This is because of you. This is because of you. I understand. You came here for Jaguars football, and you stayed because of me. And I appreciate that, man. I appreciate that. Because you can go get this information from anywhere else. I understand that. Hey, man. Hey, love you guys. Until next time. I'll talk to you guys later, man.